Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Our top story at 6, a push to treat mental illness in Suncoast schools. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and school districts are using this time to figure out how to provide better mental health resources to their students.
Now, this comes after state lawmakers mandated each district provide those mental health resources following the school shooting in Parkland. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from Booker High School tonight. And Jess, Sarasota County schools already struggling to pay for school resource officers. Will they be able to afford additional mental health resources?
Scott, well, they really have no choice. When state lawmakers passed the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act, they were very specific about where that extra money was to be spent. And here on the Suncoast, these schools have at least $2 million to spend on mental health funding.
I was living with this disorder day after day, trying to get up and go to school and function.
Kiernan Wilkins was in 4th grade when she started suffering from anxiety. She'd double over with stomach pains, experience panic attacks.
I would go into the nurse's office. She would have me lay down and it would pass, but we didn't pinpoint what it was for years.
Schools didn't have mental health resources when they would have benefited Wilkins. Now, Sarasota and Manatee County schools will have a combined $2 million to address mental health issues.
I wish it would have happened when I was a kid.
Sarasota County Schools is getting nearly half of that $2 million, and the district will use that money to add to an extensive mental health plan already in place.
I think the thing, again, to remember about mental health is it's a wide range of issues. There's no one set item that you can diagnose or have a program in place that's going to benefit everyone. You don't fit into a box. It's very diversified.
Sarasota will use the money to add student curriculum focused on mental health. Teachers will also be trained in suicide prevention, and students will be offered individual and group therapy.
The key part for me is that making sure that that money goes directly to the students in the schools, which is what it was intended to do.
This is still a very fluid plan. The school district is still trying to figure out how to best use these finances. Now, I have a breakdown of those numbers and where exactly all of this money is going on our website, mysuncoast.com. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you. We also reached out to Manatee County Schools today. The district is receiving $1.7 million in additional mental health funding from the state, and it plans to use that money to add more psychologists and social workers to expand the team that's already in place. The district will also be hiring motivational coaches to be in each school.
Well, May also marks the beginning of mosquito season, meaning you'll probably see an uptick in the 40 species here in Sarasota County. We spoke with Mosquito Management Services to see what tips you can use to avoid those pesky, itchy bites. They suggest only using CDC-approved repellent and say the most important thing you can do is eliminate all ways for mosquitoes to breed in or near your home.
We give them out to homeowners for free. If they have any sort of preformed pond or any sort of sitting water that might be there for at least a couple months out of the year, their main job as mosquito fish for us are to eat larvae and pupa of mosquitoes. So it's a way for us to biologically control populations before the mosquitoes become adults.
At the peak of last season, Sarasota County Mosquito Management Services had up to 800 calls for service. I think one of the best tips I've ever gotten as far as keeping those mosquitoes away from your home is if you have any buckets, turn them over so that water isn't ponding inside of those buckets.
They don't need hardly any water at all to breed.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything that collects water, yeah, make sure you empty that as often as you can, or just take it away from your yard so there's no water that can go there. All right, let's get more on our weather outside tonight with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Hi, Bob.
Hi, we're looking at a beautiful day today. Not much rain for the mosquitoes. It hasn't been over the past several days, and that's a direct result of a large dome of high pressure, which continues to pretty much sit right over North Florida now. It is shifting to the east a little bit. It's backing this cold front well to the west of us, not allowing it to advance, but that high pressure is going to break down a little bit as a result of a trough of low pressure down to our south, which will become a closed low, we do believe. And we'll keep an eye on that for you. As far as the danger goes, we have danger not of storms, but of fires. The forecast fire index for Thursday, you can see now we're in the very high category for Manatee County and high category for Sarasota, Hardee, and DeSoto counties. So this is a dangerous number. That means if fires were to start, they would spread rapidly. And the Keach-Braham Index is also showing that the high numbers continue to get higher and higher each day. 561 for Sarasota and 573 into Charlotte County. More on our rain chances for the weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you. Utility companies and state regulators are working together to get ready for the upcoming hurricane season, which is less than a month away now. Power companies among those taking part in this two-day meeting. They talked about what worked well last year and what they could do better this hurricane season. Duke Energy officials say lessons can be learned following any storm.
There is no way that we can prevent all power outages, but we do want to make sure that we make the investment so that we can minimize those outages for customers, and certainly whenever the service goes out, that we're there to get the power back on as soon as possible.
Some of the biggest complaints by customers were lack of communication by those utility companies. Those companies requested more cooperation with local governments over preventative tree trimming. And one of the other biggest complaints of utility customers following Irma, not knowing how long it would take to get their power back on.
Manatee County is one of the few counties in Florida getting a large amount of money from FEMA following Hurricane Irma. The Federal Emergency Management Agency says it will give more than $50 million in Hurricane Irma-related disaster funding to governments and nonprofits across the state. Manatee County getting $1 million of that. The money will go toward funding the Manatee County Sheriff's Office for its emergency response. Both before and after the storm, the Sheriff's Office helped with evacuations, the removal of debris, and creating measures to help keep people safe.
USF Sarasota Manatee trying to get more girls excited about STEM careers. The university receiving $10,000 in grants. It will use that money to create a summer workshop for girls interested in computer sciences and IT. The program, called Raising Techie Girls, is scheduled to start at the end of June, and it will run for several Saturdays from 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon at the USF Sarasota Manatee campus. Registration for the free program ends at the end of this month.
That's great.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a new way to get food right to your door if you live in Manatee County.
In a group overdose at a rehab facility here on the Suncoast, what the parent of one patient has to say about that incident.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
CashNet USA is trusted by over 2 million customers.
Perfect. When I lean back, I trust that you will be there to catch me.
Okay, bad idea, bad idea.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. It turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
In consumer news, Uber Eats is coming to Bradenton starting tonight at midnight. You can order food to your door using the Uber Eats app. Nearly 50 local and national restaurants are participating. Uber Eats is also offered in Sarasota County.
More parking officially available in Venice today. The KMI Underbridge parking area officially opened today, adding 41 parking spaces to the Venice Public Library, Downtown District, and Waterway Trail area. You can access the parking from Nokomis Avenue North.
Bob Harrigan is up next with your forecast for the rest of the week, and he'll let us know our rain chances for the weekend.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore, but there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC7 to get breaking news, plus first alert weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC7, we're here for you.
Well, no rain. Pretty dry out there, and you were talking about our fire dangers up, huh?
Yeah, this is the time of the year, you know. I mean, we've had brush fires over the course of this time of year that can cause interstates to close down, homes to be threatened too, so keep that in mind. And it looks like that fire danger is going to stay pretty high too through Friday. Now, it may change a little bit in terms of rainfall, but it could actually be more dangerous with some thunderstorms developing over the weekend. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing those fair weather cumulus clouds coming in from the east. You see the tops, they're not very vertical as far as that goes, stretching up into the atmosphere. They're being capped there as a result of the dry air that's around, and then they kind of clear out late in the day. Now, the dry air that I mentioned is all over the Gulf of Mexico and into the Atlantic. It continues to stay that way too. There's a lot of moisture bottled up just to the south and east of the state. That's going to eventually come in, and we'll see that chance for showers go up a little bit over the weekend. Now, as far as we're concerned, the drought status, not too terribly bad. It's abnormally dry right now for the west coast of Florida. Manatee County included into that, all of Sarasota and Hardee and DeSoto County, just half of Manatee County abnormally dry on the low end of the scale right there. No drought into Hillsborough at this point. These numbers will possibly go higher into the moderate category, I think. But drought is not what we look at in terms of fire danger. It's the relative humidity and how much fuel does the fires have to work with in the dry, some of the leaves and brushes that are around. From this winter, very dry conditions out there. GOES East visible satellite showing those clouds moving from the east to the west right now with those easterly winds around that area of high pressure, all that moisture kind of being kept down to our south, but it will have a chance to work its way northward on into Saturday and Sunday, and there'll be enough shower activity around just for scattered showers and thunderstorms that it could ignite a fire if we get any lightning with them. So this is kind of a dangerous time of year. 86 degrees right now. We have partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies being felt. Look at the humidity, 38%. That's another reason why the danger is so high. East and northeast winds at 14. And so if fires were to develop, that would fan the flames and cause it to spread rather quickly. The barometer 30-13, and that continues to hold steady for the most part. Well, we got to 90 today. 2 degrees shy of the record, 92, and we'll be there tomorrow too. We're very close to it. Temperatures will warm into the upper 80s, but notice we start off pretty comfortable. It's been nice in the mornings, 67 degrees. The afternoons haven't been bad, obviously, with the low humidity around, but that is going to be increasing, as I mentioned, as that moisture starts to work its way northward over the weekend. Boy, big storms in Kansas. You've seen some of the tornado video that some of the hunters have shot, and these storm chasers will continue to see some big storms firing up there tomorrow as well as today. This is for tonight. The chance for severe weather and tornadoes exists from Kansas City southward all the way down into Oklahoma. The reason why is there's a dividing line. There's a frontal boundary being held off by that high that's dominating our weather, with that east to southeasterly wind just bringing that warm, moist Gulf air into this colder air behind it. 53 in Denver, 81 in Kansas City. This is going to advance to the southeast. It will erode the high pressure ridge that's dominating our weather just a little bit. It will push it off to the east and weaken it, and then this area of low pressure moving near Cuba, a little rotation and circulation there will move mainly across Cuba and then through the Bahamas, I think, over the weekend. So the big storm system with it should not have a big impact on us, but it will be close enough to bring us a better chance for showers scattered about on Saturday and then again on Sunday. Then it just kind of leaves a trough of low pressure behind it, and that will stick around through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You'll see that in just a minute. Seas running 2 to 3 feet tomorrow. We'll start off with east winds turning to the northeast. So late in the day as that sea breeze tries to develop, seas will come down, winds will come down to 5 to 10 knots by midday. The water temperature, 77 degrees. And as far as the forecast goes for the next 7 days, we're looking like this. Temperatures approaching 90 each day, although with increased clouds and a little bit more moisture around. Saturday, a 50% chance for showers and some scattered thunderstorms there, mainly in the afternoon and evening. 40% chance on Sunday. Temperatures will be fairly close to seasonal averages, just a couple degrees above that. And then that trough hangs around, brings us some clouds and sun at times with a 30% chance on Tuesday and on into Wednesday. That rain chance at 30% for a few scattered showers. Temperatures remaining, though, slightly above average all throughout next week as well. Back to you.
Thanks, Bob. We could certainly use that rain. Some frightening moments at the First Step facility that provides addiction recovery programs here in Sarasota. According to the facility, 8 residents ingested a drug they believe to be GHB, commonly referred to as a club drug. All of the victims were taken to Sarasota Memorial Hospital to receive treatment, and according to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, all 8 quickly became ill, were transported, treated, and released. But one of the victims' mom, who wanted to stay anonymous, says this is something that has happened before.
So things can very easily be brought in if everybody's not, done a search. There is another time my daughter was in First Step a couple years ago. There was also a same type of incident where drugs were brought in.
She also says that she now has to take her daughter to another facility for rehabilitation. It's her second offense at this facility and now has to be discharged.
The City of Venice is looking into new EMS options. For 2 decades now, the City of Venice Fire Department and Sarasota County have shared responsibilities for South County. However, Venice City Council would like now to see other options, including starting its own ambulance service. That's not a cheap option, though.
But we're just looking to see if there's an enhancement or improvement on that. We may, after our study, find out that this is the best situation for us and may continue to run status quo.
If the city decides to start its own EMS, it will take about 3 years to buy new ambulances and begin the service.
The city of Sarasota is looking for ways to help the environment. Today, adding one more electric car to the streets aimed at enforcing parking rules. That's a total of 4 electric cars that the city has now and 27 hybrids across several departments.
New at 6, the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office and its K-9 unit celebrating a big win. The unit receiving awards for its completion of the USPCA's annual drug detector certification. And 4 of its members also beating out 15 other teams from around the area to place in the top 4. That competition testing the dog's skill on patrol, tracking, protection, narcotic and explosive detection, and search and rescue.
Tonight, his questions for the president leaked. Now will the interview happen? Plus, from Texas to Wisconsin, the severe weather threat and tornado risk with millions in the path. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Many websites selling medication may look professional and legitimate, but the vast majority of sites selling prescription drugs are doing so illegally. Criminals use websites to sell counterfeit medications that may contain life-threatening toxins. Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
Here's today's Job of the Day. ABC7 is seeking a multimedia journalist who can tell a story on all platforms and meet tight deadlines. Reporting experience required. Visit mysuncoast.com/joboftheday to apply.
We are ready now to play the final hole of the Dream 18.
That's right. Bob Harrigan takes us to Esplanade Golf and Country Club at Lakewood Ranch.
Welcome to the final edition of Dream 18 for this season. We are here at the Esplanade Golf and Country Club, and joining me now is Ken Powell, the director of golf, or the head golf professional out here. Ken, thanks for having me out.
Good to have you.
What kind of hole we got here today?
Well, we have the shortest hole on the backside.
I like that.
But it is the most difficult hole that I think it is. It's my favorite hole in the golf course. It's visually intimidating. It's got water down the right side. It's got trees down the left side. There's no fairway bunkers, but this is a hole that you can ruin your round on.
You got water, you got trees. That sounds like something I might find. Now, it looks like a beautiful course too, in great shape here today.
It's in fantastic shape. We're still plenty of green grass, plenty of the overseat is not checked out quite yet. It hasn't been hot enough to send it away. So. It's a beautiful golf course. The whole place is in absolutely fabulous condition.
We look forward to it. Let me give it a shot.
All righty. It's gonna work.
Come on, work in, work in. So, a couple bunkers, elevated green.
Yep, very, very small. So middle of the green, and front half of the green. If you fly it to the hole, it's going to go over the back and down into the hazard.
Oh, there's another, so
yeah,
it slopes down.
It sits up like an upside down teacup.
Oh, man. Yeah. What would you do here? What would you do here?
Pretty
Ken?
straightforward. I mean, it's not, you got...
What would you do? You flop and flop?
Yeah, a little, just a pretty much a straightforward chip shot, just with a sandwich, you know, land it 2 or 3 feet on.
Right.
You know, they should run right to the hole.
Nope.
Let him in. Let him in.
Oh, fast, a little firm.
Hurry. Let him in.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Ken,
Good
thanks a lot
stuff.
for having us out here at the
Anytime.
Esplanade Golf and Country Club. Thanks for joining us for the last edition of Dream 18.
That was pretty good, Bob.
Yeah, moving along. Double bogey to wrap things up, and it was a little bit disheartening there, but I think the pants threw me off a little bit. You know, they blinded me, so I didn't see the ball.
I couldn't hear you over your pants.
Short loud. We are looking at some nice weather for golf. It looks the upcoming day here, and also Friday. Saturday looks good. Don't cancel anything. I know there's a lot of tournaments taking place, and it should be okay. There's going to be a good chance for a few scattered showers and storms come later on in the day on Saturday and Sunday as well.
All right. Thanks, Bob. World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next.
We'll see you again at 11. Have a good night.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
When money's tight and emergencies arise, CashNetUSA.com is available 24/7 to deliver quick loans for approved customers when they need it the most.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone.
Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.